All right, I hope you're energized this morning because it is Heart Week here in Good Day, Virginia. And each day we are getting you ready for this weekend's American Heart Association Lynchburg Heart Walk. Josiah and Lydia Vandy Bogurt from Fit Body Boot Camp Roanoke are here today, and they're going to help us get our hearts pumping. So the American Heart Association, they recommend at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity per week, but adding intensity is certainly key, I understand, to kind of get your heart beating faster. So I want to know, why is it important to actually get your heart rate going when you're working out?
Yeah, so our heart is a muscle, just like any other muscle in our body. A lot of times we think just the steady state cardio training is going to be the best thing to work it, but you have to work above and below those thresholds in order to strengthen your heart. So we want to make sure that we're working at a little bit higher intensities, because that ultimately is what strengthens any muscle.
Okay, I like when you're calling it a muscle, of course, it's what it is, but it makes me think more like that,
right,
you know
right.
what I mean, when you're working it out. So we talk about this target heart rate. What is that exactly?
Yeah, so everybody has what we would call a max heart rate. So that would be the ultimate highest heart rate that you would safely be at. And the simplest way to determine your max heart rate would be to take the number 220 and then subtract your age from it.
Okay.
And then what we're looking at with target heart rates is a percentage of that max heart rate. So there's 4 different zones. So our zone 1 heart rate is probably what we're in right now. Just talking, it's that 50 to 60% of your max heart rate if you're walking around the house, doing some house cleaning, that kind of stuff. Zone 2 would be if you were going for a brisk walk, so like maybe in the Heart Walk this weekend. That's at that 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. Zone 3 is where we're starting to get into the higher intensity. That's what we typically do in our boot camp classes or a workout, where you're at that like 70 to 80% of your target heart rate. A little bit harder to have a conversation during that. You're starting to sweat a little bit. That's where you're really gonna see a lot of benefits of your cardiovascular training. Then zone 4 is like all out max. That's that 80 to 90% where it's, you're not gonna spend a ton of time there, but even short bursts in that area is going to help strengthen and condition your heart. So it's important to go into those higher zone 3, zone 4 ranges, and then come back down into the zone 1 and 2 and have that interval training so that you can work your heart.
That's where it comes from, interval training.
Yes, yeah, exactly, that intervals.
Okay, all right, and how great that is for your heart. That is so good to know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we want to get a little moving today, right? So what are some exercises that will kind of target the rate that we kind of want?
Yeah, we got 3 different exercises for you guys. So our first one is we brought our own dumbbells. Okay. So Lydia, I have a couple over there for you, and this one's for Mike. It is the dumbbell squat thruster. So it's kind of 2 different movements. You're going to be doing a squat. Lydia, you want to demo for me? This is going to be awesome. Let's see the show. So we're going to show you guys the side view. So we're going to have a squat. So feet shoulder width apart. All right. From here, we're going to hold the dumbbells, resting one head of the dumbbell on your shoulder, and we're going to have our chest up. We're going to go down into a squat, driving your knees out, keeping your chest up. And as you stand, you're going to use the momentum and drive those dumbbells all the way up to the ceiling, biceps to your ears, and you're going to keep going. Now, the reason why we're doing this exercise, we're moving as many joints as possible. We're moving your arms, we're moving your legs, we're moving your knees, we're moving your hips, everything. So that's going to spike your heart rate. It's going to get your heart rate up. And that's going to allow you to, one, build solid, strong muscle, but also get some cardio factor in there as well. Our second exercise is going to be a dumbbell snatch. All right. So feet shoulder width apart. And from here, a good way to do this is starting out, if you've never done this movement, is we're actually going to go right about here. We're going to push your butt back. We're going to have the dumbbell on the ground. And as you do this, so Lydia's going to show you a full rep real quick. So show a full rep. So we're going down, all the way back up. And what we're doing is we're bringing the dumbbell down to the ground and back up to the ceiling. So how to do this one safely is super important. If you've never done this before, go lighter first. And then from here, as you stand up, you're going to pull the dumbbell tight to your body, like you're zipping up your onesie, right? Yeah, everyone's got a onesie. You got to zip up your onesie, and then you're driving the dumbbell up to the ceiling. So notice elbows up and driving the dumbbell to the ceiling.
I love snatches because I feel powerful.
Yes, exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
It's a great exercise. It makes you feel really powerful, and you can alternate on this one. And as you get better at it, you can increase the weight from there. Our next one is your typical. We're actually going to do no weights on this one. We're going to do a jumping jack. Everyone knows how to do jumping jack.
I hate them.
Some people love them. Some people hate them. And the reason why I'm going to show you the jumping jack, because a lot of times people think you should only do jumping jacks like this. I like to categorize it. There's 3 different versions, all right? There is the regular jumping jack that you normally see in your everyday workout, right? Now there's a modifier making it more manageable. So you can make this exercise, still get your heart rate. If you have some knee issues, maybe ankle issues, whatever that is, you got to keep that impact down. This is a fantastic exercise to go. All right, this is also a way you can do this super fast and get that heart rate up. You can also do, if you want to get really crazy with it, you ready to do that?
Yeah, watch
I got to watch out. I got to back up. This is the Star Jack, all right? Star City, you got a Star Jack. So you got to make sure you say, I'm a star every single time you do this exercise. But this is a fantastic exercise to get your heart rate up. And those are the 3 ones those are just a little, dash of what we do. But that's fantastic.
Wow.
Those 3 ones are great ways to get your heart rate up.
And so you said, I think about intervals now too. You do that for how many reps, right? Like how many times did you do each of that?
So a simple way to do it is to just set a timer. So instead of having to worry about counting reps, because I don't know about you, but I lose count like 10 reps in, you can set a timer. And with intervals, you can do something like 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So you're doing like, okay, I'll do 40 seconds of the thruster, then rest for 20 or 10 if you want to really get your conditioning in, and then do 40 seconds of the snatch, and then rest, and then 40 seconds of jumping jacks. So then you have a 3 movement workout. You can repeat that a couple times, you get about 30 minutes in total.
That's awesome. Okay, Josiah and Lydia Vandy Bogurt from Fit Body Boot Camp Roanoke. You guys are awesome. Great advice, full of knowledge. Thanks so much for helping us get ready for the Lynchburg Heart Walk. I'm so pumped. And now if you're interested in walking or joining a team, we have a WFXR News team that you're welcome to join. The walk is this Saturday, April 15th at Riverfront Park in Lynchburg. It starts at 9. Walk begins at 10. I'll be the MC, so I'll be there along with the rest of the Heart Walk team. For WFXR, stick around. We'll be right back.